a beautiful day for me would be, I'm going straight into the day. You wake up, do my routine. Maybe you'll ask about that. But it would include a long ride, car ride to somewhere far with good company, good friends, lots of stories and laughter in the car. And we are traveling to a beautiful beach somewhere where the sand, the water, to me that is an ideal day with friends, with the water and the sand there, and good weather. Good weather means sun for me. So yes, that would be an ideal day. Then at night would involve a fireplace and a guitar, someone strumming a guitar and people singing random songs that are just beautiful. So that would be
someone asked me that question yesterday, and I gave them that answer minus the guitar.
The guitar has to be there, guys. The guitar has to be there because the strumming just makes it just magical. So, but it's weird that people ask us that and we have answers, but we do not create such days in our lives. Like you know what an ideal day would look like. You know it, and it's not that it's expensive or you can't afford. You can find ways to make it happen, either today, next month or next year, but you do not give it to yourself. And I do not know what we are waiting for to make such ideal days happen. But I hope that one of these days you make a day for yourself.
Welcome back to Christ Represented Podcast. I'm your host Eric Mukristo. Remember, we represent Christ in everything that we are doing. All right. Hello there. Welcome to Christ Represented Podcast. I am your host, Eric Mukristo. We are so much grateful that you are here again. This is yet another episode where we are going to be talking about, where we're going to have an interesting and amazing conversation. Before we dive deeper, I want to take this moment to say thank you. Thank you so much for the support. And I will always remind you this, that I'm very much grateful for the support that you are showing us, the love and also the comments, be it on the videos that we share, be it in person, be it on texts, calls. For sure, you are making me proud and you are showing me that what we are doing, we are not doing it in vain. So may God bless you so very much. And remember, we represent Christ in everything that we do. And that's why we are here. And that's why we are having these conversations on a weekly basis. And so today we are going to continue from the conversations that we started, and in the first episodes we were talking about embracing your past, knowing where you were before you met Christ, and and we shifted to talking about what happens after getting saved, what happens after giving your life to Christ. You need to be planted in a community, and of course we explored and we were asking ourselves, how can you meet, or how can you find the right community to be planted in? And now in this season we are going to be talking about what happens in the community. And of course we've been tackling a little bit about it, but now we are going deeper, and what happens in the community of believers is discipleship. And so today we are going to continue from there, discipleship, and we're going to be knowing what discipleship is, who is a disciple and who is a discipler, and what happens, how does discipleship contribute to your Christian faith, Christian walk. And today I have a friend. She's really been a friend for a long time, and we can't recall when the first time we met, but it's really been many years. And of course, like if you say many years, don't think about 20 years, but there are 9 coming to 10 years, and you can really imagine knowing someone for that long. And I've really seen, this individual, my sister here, growing and also evolving. And she is a disciple, and she actually walks a journey with other people. And she really plays both. She's helping other people to grow into discipleship. She's also a disciple herself. And so help me welcome my sister, Rebecca. Sis, how are you doing? We're so much grateful to have you here.
I am well. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
Yeah. We are honored to have you here.
I mean, all my friends have been on here.
I'm
So
telling you.
I was almost calling you. I'm like, Eric, what do you have against me? Because you've not invited. But God's timing. I'm glad I'm here, and I'm proud of you and everything so God is using you to do in our generation. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I was looking forward to this. I was like, I can't wait for sure, because I know what you carry. I honor what you carry. I honor the call of God upon your life. And so we were like, yes, our friends, like I invited them, and I knew that you were coming as well. That this was the right timing. And thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Yeah. I just want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to our community and tell them who you are, what you do, and then so tell them one word or two words, and then
introduce myself. I am Jesus's beloved.
Wow.
I am Rebecca Ineza. My friends call me that. And I am a follower of Christ. I love the Lord. And on my birthday, someone sent me a message and said, if God had a favorite last-born child, it would be you, like me. So I want to introduce myself like that. God's favorite last-born child. But that is me. I am a student, a leadership student. I'm doing my master's in organizational leadership. I am an employee. So I work with Cornerstone Development Africa here in Rwanda. I'm in the communications team. And I also work with a consultancy firm here in Kigali, Gate Consulting Group. And yes, I'm also there growing the business there. So I'm there. I'm a member of the worship team at my church. So I serve. We're going to talk about serving. This is discipleship. I'm a member of a Christian family biologically. So all that, you will find me in one of those places, at work, at school, in family, or at church. So that is me. The rest, I think you will get it out of me along the way.
I know. And that is a lot. Hey, that is a lot. Yeah. Wow.
It is. Hey. But I like it. Yeah.
Wow. And God is so amazing. Like sometimes you have a lot on your table, but at the end of the day, you navigate through everything, and you are effective, and you're doing everything, and you just look back and you be like, hey, was it me or something? But honestly speaking, oh wow, that's really amazing.
I think the secret is in doing the things you love. You do not feel the burden and the heaviness of the many things you're part of when you love them. So there's a hack there. Just find the things you love
that you love and then
do them joyfully.
That's really amazing. That's the secret. That's the secret for sure.
That's the secret. Otherwise you'll drop dead or something.
I'm telling you.
And
there is nothing as good as finding yourself doing something that you love, something that you can do for free, but God adds that. Like he's like, you've got to be paid for this.
Absolutely.
And now imagine, it's really, really a joy.
It is.
And I'm so much proud of, the woman you are, and God has really been, using you. And I know that your employers, they are very blessed to have you for sure.
I hope so. I hope so.
They can really testify that for sure.
Thank you.
So Glory be to God. And to spice this up, I'm going to ask you, few questions.
Please, I'm here for it.
Are you, do you love books or movies?
Okay, I will explain both. So I loved movies until I got this busy.
Yeah.
And now I couldn't get the time to watch movies.
Wow.
And somehow it worked out that audiobooks became my thing.
Wow.
So now I enjoy books and things like podcasts and listening to people speak on YouTube. But I do enjoy movies. Once in a while I put on an action movie and just enjoy myself. But books now are the ones doing it for me, because by the time I sit to be on screen, I'm exhausted. I'm sleeping and dozing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Fiction, non-fiction?
I don't fiction.
Okay.
Fiction, I think. Yes.
Okay. That's really nice. If someone would ask you your most interesting, amazing day, how would that day be? Like someone tells you you're going to pick this one day and you are going to do something that you enjoy, and how would you describe that day and what would you be doing in that day?
I love this question. So, first of all, people who know me know I love traveling, long rides so a beautiful day for me would be, I'm going straight into the day. You wake up, do my routine. Maybe you'll ask about that. But it would include a long ride, car ride to somewhere far with good company, good friends, lots of stories and laughter in the car. And we are traveling to a beautiful beach somewhere where the sand, the water. To me, that is an ideal day with friends, with the water and the sand there, and good weather. Good weather means sun for me. So, yes, that would be an ideal day. Then at night would involve a fireplace and a guitar, someone strumming a guitar, and people singing random songs that are just beautiful. So, that would be.
Someone asked me that question yesterday, and I gave them that answer minus the guitar.
The guitar has to be there, guys. The guitar has to be there, because the strumming just makes it. It makes it just magical. So, but it's weird that people ask us that, and we have answers.
I know.
But we do not create such days in our lives. Like you know what an ideal day would look like. You know it, and it's not that it's expensive or you can't afford. You can find ways to make it happen, either today, next month, or next year, but you do not give it to yourself. And I do not know what we are waiting for to make such ideal days happen. But I hope that one of these days you make a day for yourself like you described yesterday.
Let me tell something. Actually, I described it because I've done it already.
Nice.
And it's so incredible. It is so incredible. But for me, I love it when there are a lot of movements, and maybe around 10, 11, midnight. I just love long rides, and man, I enjoy it. And you go spend a day somewhere, and you're coming. But for me, people, yes, but I just love it when I am there alone.
No, bye. No. Alone, no.
I just enjoy it when I am alone. So that is live.
That is how you forgot the guitar yesterday when you were describing to your friend. Because do you play?
Yeah.
Do you play the guitar?
Not really.
So that's how you forgot the guitar. If you were with someone, because when I think of traveling with people, I think of, okay, yes, these are fun people, my friends.
I know.
But if the guitar is coming, someone who plays the guitar needs to be there. So that is how alone. Why? But why?
I mean, I really don't know. I just love it. But I think 2 weeks ago, I've done it with a friend. and super amazing. Super amazing. Like you are just having random conversations, and you're not really, so occupied by how busy you've been. Like now you're talking about life. Yes, you are learning, but again you're experiencing that freeness, and you are free and you are enjoying that ride, and
there's
it has
no
really
expectation.
been,
It's
I'm
just
telling you,
living in that moment.
you're living in that moment. And here is something good about me. I live in the moment. I live in the moment.
Okay.
We are here. My mind is here. I'm not elsewhere. I'm not bothered. I am here. Like,
you need to teach me that, because I'm in many places at the same time.
I know.
But
I am here. If you're having a conversation, you have me. Like, my spirit is here. My mind is here. My body is here. Like, I'm here.
That is amazing.
I just love it, and I really don't know if I've done something, but it's something like I really respect. Whenever I'm in the moment, I don't want to be distracted and I'm scattered,
I think it's something we can train ourselves to do, but I also think it's a gift.
Oh, maybe.
It's a gift, because there are people who, do you multitask? Just, I don't know, just to know. And now I'm figuring you out.
Yes, sometimes I do. But
I don't think you enjoy it though, because
I really don't.
Because
really
so
don't.
it's a gift, and it's a beautiful one. I love talking to someone and knowing that they're present fully, which is not the case for me, unfortunately, because I'm thinking of many things at the same time. But I mean, we are wired differently, but it's also a beautiful way to be different as well. So
sometimes even I try to do more than one thing. I really find it so hard for me. I'm like, I'm focused here. Yes, I can just remove that cup, but I'm like, let me just finish this, and that cup has its own time. I'm going to give it time. I'm going to create time.
Now I know why you're so deep. I know why you're so deep. When you're talking about a subject, you will go to the roots.
I know.
Not on the surface, because you want to get it over with and then move to the next thing. So it explains a lot about you.
So that's it. So today we are talking about discipleship. And someone maybe might be asking themselves, what is discipleship?
What is discipleship? I think, people have different definitions, but I'll say the easiest way to define it for me would be intentionally following someone to become like them. Intentionally is the key word there. So being intentional about someone you've decided to follow because you see something, maybe not everything, but something you want to take or to receive from them. So I would describe discipleship that way.
It is being intentionally following someone, and the intention of following you are becoming. And this reminds me of Jesus Christ. Every time he called someone, he called them, follow me, and I will make you become. And without the ending result of discipleship is becoming. Wow, that's really amazing.
That is the end result. And I think many of us, I was going to say many people, but many of us think there is, you just need to follow. You need to follow, because the more you spend time, we have a mutual mentor, Uncle Tim, who says, witness creates likeness. So you just have to be with. Eventually, you will be like. So just follow and you become. Be intentional though. So
a lot of people follow and they're not aware that they are following, and they don't like what they become at the end of the day. And this is what I'm convinced of. Everyone is following someone. Everyone, and
or
friend,
something.
On something. Someone is following someone or something. And you, however much you're dreaming to achieve something, or you have this dream person that you want to become, you become what you follow, not what you think or what you dream.
100%.
Yeah,
I agree.
That is very true. And I want you to talk about intentionality, because a lot of people really miss that out. That yes, I'm following whether they are aware or not, but talk a little bit about intentionality in discipleship. You know, like you need to be discipled, but you need to be intentional. You need to intentionally follow someone, which means when you are intentional, if I'm getting you correct, when you are intentional, you are you know what you're looking for.
Yes.
You know, like maybe you calculate everything and you are sure that I'm going to follow someone and this is going to this is the result.
This is what I want.
Yeah, this is what I want. So talk a little bit about that intentionality in discipleship. Yeah.
So I'll say first of all, intentionality cannot be there if there is no recognition.
Come on.
You have to recognize what you want to be intentional about.
Yeah.
I cannot see a car moving, for example, someone is driving ahead of me, and I don't know them. I don't know who they are, who they have in the car, or where they're headed, and then be intentional on following them. You would be a mad person.
Yeah.
So you can't be intentional on something or someone you do not know.
Yeah.
So you have to recognize the discipler, the person who is discipling you, the discipler. You recognize, and recognition is in two forms.
Yeah.
So there's recognition of, okay, I recognize, I see it, but there's also recognition of honor. Like I hold it, what they carry in high regard. So you recognize it, that it is not a common thing, it's uncommon. I recognize it as uncommon, and therefore I'm intentional on that thing. So intentionality really begins from recognition. But the other thing about intentionality is also habits and disciplines.
Come on. Yeah.
If I'm going to be intentional on let's say moving 10K steps a day, I need to develop that discipline. And that means I have to choose the time of the day I will be walking, because if I don't begin from arranging my day, then the day will end when I've done many things apart from what I want to become, which is healthy by walking 10K. So you need to develop habits and systems and patterns that will help you to be intentional. So if you do not have a pattern, it's very unlikely that you'll be intentional.
Too deep.
If you want to grow spiritually, you need to be intentional, and therefore that includes that you need to have a habit that involves praying, that involves reading the word, that involves listening. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So there is no way you will say you're intentional about your spiritual life if you do not have habits. The moment you tell me, I want to intentionally fix my finances, I'll start by asking, where do you tithe? Where do you offer? Offertory? Where do you save? Who do you give? I will ask about habits to be sure that you're being intentional. You're not just telling me I'm intentional about something. So 2 things: recognition, 3 habits or patterns. That is intentionality.
This is too deep already. This is too deep already for sure. You are saying that when you are intentional about following, there are 2 things that you have to look for. 1, you need to recognize what you want. Number 2, honoring. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with a friend, and
all his friends are wise and very smart.
Look at you.
When he says friend,
we were talking about someone who led me to Christ. And she said, "How's your brother?" I was like, what did you say? Someone who led me to Christ is my brother? Yes, in Christ. But I was like, no. He is a father. He led me to Christ. I made it a big deal. I was like, no.
It is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, sometimes you can, like, he can really, really be as a brother. He can act, but I never look at him like he deserves that honor.
He does.
Because God
I agree.
used him 10 years ago. And I was like, I made it big deal, and I was shouting, he is not my brother. He is someone who led me to Christ, and he is a father to me. God used him. Yes, we might be like almost there. He's not older than me that much, but
he
however, even if I can be older than him, there is that grace. There is a grace that he has that enabled him to lead me to Christ. And for the past 10 years, this man of God has walked with me this journey
10
of
years.
growth.
Wow.
Spending, countless times, hours, and someone invites you over to their place, and you just want to call them your brother.
Well,
I'm like, no.
He's a father. He's
he
a
is,
father.
for sure.
He's your father in faith.
And I was like, oh man, maybe that was, but it has to be clear. I honor him. I love him. And that's why whenever he says this, I don't say otherwise.
You do.
I
follow.
just do. Why? Because
follow.
I've seen him becoming, and I just want to continue. Like, he's growing, and I'm just there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That is uncommon wisdom, especially in our time today. And one of the things that I think is making it hard for us to be disciples in the right way is familiarity.
I know.
So if you start calling him a brother today and someone else calls him a friend, you will end up being familiar with them. And therefore the honor that he's due, he or she is due, in your mind, it just goes down.
Yeah.
Because now you're familiar. And the fact that you do not even want to degrade him, in this case, from a father, someone who led you to Christ, to a brother, is you protecting your heart from being familiar. This is not a common man, because the best decision of your life came from him. So you refuse to be familiar with that person, or whoever that person is.
It doesn't even close here. I really don't see it. And imagine someone, you are born again, you don't know what to do. Someone teaches you principles, and by doing them himself, someone is reading and he tells you, read. Now you are a good reader. Maybe now you've reached to a point, maybe you are managing books. Maybe because of life and everything, you read books and he has not managed to read them, and you'll be like, oh man, now come on, what are you talking about?
No.
Someone was preparing summons. I'm invited somewhere. Someone helped me discover my giftings. Someone prepares. He takes his time, prepares a sermon. He takes me through it. He gives it to me. I preach it. And
that is not your brother.
I reached to a point where I'm like, yo,
what's up?
I'm like, yo, bro, what's up?
Who sent you? Who sent you? Me? Christ did.
This man of God has really sacrificed a lot. He has invested in me financially, spiritually. He prayed for me. And I think last Sunday, we were seated in a group of people, and he was there, and he was talking about something, and he gave me some time to talk, to add, to contribute, and I said stuff, and everyone was like, oh man, and you can speak, you can do do something, and he said, I'm super proud of you.
He must be.
And I was like, yo, man, I felt like, I'm like, man, I cannot forget the time. Like how many years ago when you found me and when you walked with me a journey, when you spent hours and hours with me, when you forgave me my mistakes and everything, when I was discouraged and I wanted to give up, and you just was there for me. And I just reached to a point where I'll be like, yo,
He
talk
is a
about honor.
discipler.
Talk about honor.
Honor. I just thought of something when you were speaking, and I just want to recommend a book. It's titled "Those Who Forget" by Bishop Doug Hayward Mills. And there's danger in forgetting.
I know.
There's danger in forgetting, and just to point to that, I was raised in a Christian family, a pastor's home, to be exact.
Yeah.
And it was not until 2016 that I confessed Christ as my Lord and personal Savior.
Wow.
And for some reason, I thought that it was automatic, that clearly I'm a follower of Christ because I was born into it.
Yeah.
But someone shared with me who Christ is, and that he's not an inheritance.
Yeah.
He's not an inheritance. You do not inherit him. You have to take him for yourself.
Yeah.
And can you imagine, 2016, I was in senior 5, and that is when I confessed, not that I was not a Christian, but he was not my personal Lord and Savior. So I refuse to forget people like those, and it is dangerous for me to forget that there's someone, if they had not said anything, I would have perished.
Wow.
Really. So it's let's not be those who forget in a busy world where we sometimes even become bigger and greater than these people who have helped us along the way. So that book, I think you would, and our audience would enjoy it. But you were asking a question about honor. Honor to me, honor changed my life.
Wow, come on.
Honor changed my life. So during COVID in 2020, I started following Worship Harvest. And it was that season that was just unpredictable. We didn't know what to do. And I'm so grateful to God that in that season where we had a lot of time, God connected me to that community. And what happened is there's a season, I think in 2020 or 21, where they taught about honor. And they talked about honoring the Lord with our possessions. They talked about honoring our parents, biological. They talked about honoring our spiritual parents. They talked about honoring everyone who should be honored. And you know how you do things, trial and error. You're like, well, what do I have to lose? Let me try these things. So I'm just giving it a foundation to explain to you how that really changed my life. So I listened to the sharings and sermons in that community and learned about fast fruit. And so the next month, I had a job that paid me 50,000. The first month after hearing about fast fruit, I just gave away the whole 50,000 because I was like, okay, this is my first fruit because I just learned about it. I gave it away. And I kid you not, like that was like September, August. In November, I got a job that was about 5 times better in terms of pay. It wasn't the best job, I would say. I didn't even last long. But honoring the Lord financially, it just, I couldn't even explain because I was a cashier in a restaurant. And then one of the customers gave me a job that paid all that much. I was like, whoa. I didn't give a CV. I know that was the power of honoring God. And then they taught about honoring parents. So they said you cannot outgive your parents, but you should honor them. And honoring is beyond they send you here, you go, they tell you this, you do it. It has to involve you giving something of yourself. So, weird story. I looked for things that I could pay for my parents. And I was like, well, what am I going to pay? Because I'm not going to start covering bills. So I decided, and this is going to sound, I don't know how, I decided to pay the TV subscription.
Wow.
Just TV subscription. And of course, when it's done, you can tell it's done because then the channels don't show. So I started just sending the money to the service provider, and every time they turned on the TV, subscription never ran out. It was my way of honoring. Wow. I was like, what else am I going to do? And my life just turned around, honestly, because the community that I was introduced to, the blessings that came to me financially, socially, spiritually, I grew. I started praying deeper and longer, and all that is a result of honor, like just honoring. And all this, just to connect it, people might think we're going away, but I would never have gotten all those blessings. I would never have known if I'd not been discipled by my discipler. There's a man who led me to that community. He's there. I honor him. So, there are things, there are blessings, there are benefits that you do not enjoy. Not because they're not there, but because you do not know. Like, you do not know that they're there. You do not know what to do to get them. If I'd not learnt about honor in my discipleship sessions, I would have never been blessed this much. So honor is, there's a whole sermon on honor, but
wow,
that is it.
Honor is key to this walk of Christianity. I was at work and I was reading Ephesians chapter 6 from verse 5, and Paul is talking about an employee and their bosses, and he's like, you have to obey your bosses, your earthly masters, with fear and trembling. And I was like, Paul, stop this. What are you talking about? You have already said it. Our earthly bosses, our earthly masters, you have to obey him. You have to respect them with fear and trembling. And I was like, I continued reading, and Paul said, do not give them an eye service as if you are serving earthly masters, but you are serving your master in heaven, Jesus Christ. In other words, your faithfulness in serving your earthly masters, honoring them with fear and trembling, you are not just serving them, you are serving your master in heaven. And you have to honor them, and you have to respect them. And what really, really shocked me is that you have to do it with fear and trembling, because you are not doing it for them. And that has changed my perspective at work. It has changed everything. I honor my bosses. I honor them. However much they can relate with you, however much they can come to you,
your level.
Let me tell you something. They are just there. They're just there. And as long as someone is in a position of telling you, do this, go here, and everything, even if, let me tell you something, you just owe them honor. And because of the self-centeredness and selfishness, and we just think that we can do it.
I cannot agree more. And we will always be at a disadvantage if we do not recognize that we are not equal.
Yeah, come on.
Like, we are not equal.
Too deep.
We are here, yes. We have 2 legs, we have 2 eyes, everything almost the same. And some of these people we should honor come to our level because they're humble. But every time you do not realize that that person is not your equal, and you refuse to honor them, you're working from a disadvantage.
I'm telling you.
Like if you're on a pitch, it's slanted, it's like this, and your goalposts are uphill. If you do not honor, like you have to recognize that we are not equal humans. Honor to who honor is due. That is where the advantage is. So let's not work at a disadvantaged place. We cannot have goalposts uphill and expect to win anytime. So you need to honor these people that are supposed to be honored.
Wow. We've got to honor these people that God has put in our lives.
And it's not about them. It's about you.
Yeah.
It's not about what they do. It's about who they are. There's a reason that that person is there in your life at such a point as this, as your boss. However not nice they may not be, they're your boss.
True.
So they should be honored. However not kind they may not be, they're your pastor. Pastors are kind. Scrap that. They're kind. But honor is just something.
I think we cannot emphasize this more for sure, because that is the core of discipleship. The core foundation. It has to be there.
It has to.
And sometimes someone might be in a position of saying, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. What are you talking about following someone? But let me tell you something. Oh man, you need to be. Paul said, I think in 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 1, that imitate me as I imitate Christ.
Nice.
In other words, you've got to see how I am. You've got to watch how I am living. So once you walk like me, once you imitate me, you are living according to how Christ wants you to live. And that's what people are missing out. And that is the core foundation of discipleship.
It is.
Yeah.
And when I was thinking about this conversation earlier today, I was thinking of discipleship and having someone you follow. Can you imagine being sent to, for example, a foreign country? Or let's say just being born in Rwanda, and you want to be Rwandan, but there is no one to teach you the dance. There's no one to speak the language that you speak. You want to be Rwandan. You're actually born Rwandan. So maybe you're saved. But the people you're hanging out with, the community, they're from a foreign land. So you will never learn the language of Rwanda if you're hanging out with foreigners, because they do not speak. So we need to find fellow countrymen, kingdom mates in the kingdom of God to follow, to be able to learn the language, to learn the culture, to learn, every kingdom has its way of doing things, including the kingdom of God. So if you do not find people that will teach you how things are done in this kingdom, you're most likely going to be a foreigner. You're most likely going to be a foreigner, even in the kingdom.
Wow.
Yeah, that is discipleship.
Discipleship, you've got to have someone who is somewhere, and you're intentionally following those people to become more like Christ. And I know someone who always says that you cannot become unless you live something.
Okay, I'm here to learn.
When you are following, it means even if you can just make one step, you look back and you say, I've left something behind. So you cannot leave something behind unless you are intentional, unless you are deciding, unless you are willing to leave something behind for you to attain that level of success of what you want to achieve or where you want to be.
Eric, this is deep. Like now I'm thinking of things that are not even
Yes,
now
please.
I'm thinking of
This podcast is brought by iSmart House, your best podcast agency in Rwanda.
Remember, we represent Christ in everything that we are doing.